Hey guys, welcome back to Shredcraft RC. I'm Cam, and today I'm painting a car. And I'm kind of going to walk you guys through my design process here. So I always start out with just a photo of a car, and then I start just making shapes on it. And so all these can be moved around and changed depending on where you want to put it. And this just kind of gives me a visual reference for how big and what type of livery I want to send to my plotter to cut on the vinyl. So as you can see, I have a bunch of shapes up here, and I'm just kind of playing around with ideas, not really putting anything in the stone. And then I also play with colors too with the background here, so I can kind of get a feel for what different colors will look like next to each other and on top of each other. Now for this one, I think I'm going to go with black, red, and white. So I have the roof in black here, my logo, cool little font, and then I have this lion or tiger head that I've found and kind of traced to be incorporated here. So what I do is I'll make an SVG, which stands for a scale vector graphic, of each piece that I'm going to cut. And these are just other ideas that I've had in the past that I'll use to drag in, and then I'll do stuff like this if I want to trace a certain aspect of a piece of a car. So that's kind of where I start before I do anything. After I have the body, I know what picture to take for the background here, and then this is just a rough idea for the template. So once I get the graphics that I want scaled and turned into vectors, I open up my cut software, and this is Easy Studio. It goes with my GCC plotter, and then I'll bring the vector into here, and I'll measure on the body with a set of calipers, you know, kind of just to figure out how big I want the graphic to be. And then I will make mirror image of this. So let's see, I think I have, you can see there's some background kind of shadow cuts, and then this was what I cut for the car, and I already got excited and put it on the car, so I'll show you that in a minute. But this is just regular car wrap vinyl, 3M 1080 or 2080, and that's what I use to make my masks. I've had some issues, but I also don't paint a lot of bodies, just my own. So I experiment every time I paint. And so here are my mirrored images, and that basically I send to my plotter, which is over here. And then I will cut the graphics I want. So I'll go over to my little workshop and show you the car. Stay tuned. Alright, so the lighting was pretty terrible over in the little room I painted, but as you can see, I've already got the red down. I have the roof masked with my mask of Shred or Be Dead on there, and then everywhere that's going to be black, the vinyl is still on. You can see there's the tiger head. I did one on the hood, and then the rest I'm going to fill in with vinyl that I cut, because I kind of like when you get marks and stuff on the side of the car from driving with all the homies. So there's that. I always put a little Wu-Tang paint piece in there, so that's a little personal touch. And then this still has the plastic film, so you won't be able to see the flake in the paint until I peel that. But the next process, I'm going to peel these masks and then lay down some black. So check that out. Alright, well, I'm not going to show this whole process because there's plenty of great videos out there that show you how to properly mask and get a body ready for paint. But maybe we'll see if I can get this one to come up. You just want to be careful with your blade that you're not digging into the Lexan. Once I get a little bit You know, somebody who's better will probably use pliers. I'm putting scratches in that, so I'm not going to film this process, but you get the idea. I'm going to go through and peel all those tiny masks in there, and then lay down some black. Alright, so I got all those masks peeled, including the roof, and I am going to go lay down some black. So, see what it looks like after that. Alright, so I got the black all down. It's going to be hard to see again with the plastic layer on there, but it has gold flake in it. And then the black on the outline there, so I need to peel the inside of that, peel that. I'm going to lay down some white, and then I have graphics for the rear quarter, the skirts, the hood, and yeah, so I'm gonna let this dry a little more, peel those, lay some white, and I'll be back. Alright, so I got all my colors laid. All the masks are peeled, minus the windows of course. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim a line basically right on the paint, and then on the inside of the window, peel those and paint the window trim. You can kind of see there's like a ridge on the window, so follow those, peel out the little piece, spray black on the outside. Just gives it a nice little aesthetic touch. I may do the lights too, we'll see, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Fairly clean, a few little mistakes, you know, as always. So then I'll get back with you guys when I am measuring and setting up my cut files for my outside graphics, and we'll kind of watch all of these ideas turn into a finished product. Alright, see you soon. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I already put the taillights on, I peeled the window masks, the plastic layer still on the body, did the headlights, I painted the lenses yellow on the inside, and now I'm going to set this on the tripod, and I'm going to start battling with this plastic. Sometimes it's not always a smooth process, but you can kind of see the color be revealed as this comes up. So, it's definitely not as red as I thought it was going to be, but still, the gold flake in that looks awesome. See if we get this side. I know it's going to be hard on camera to see the flake in it, but it's flaky. Same thing with the black on the roof. Gold flake turned out awesome. I'm gonna have to get some shots on the other camera. Now it's almost a poop color. I was going for red, but I know it's a little orange on camera. Still, pretty happy with it. I don't know if you can see the gold flake in the black, but that looks so cool. The masks turned out great. There's the Wu-Tang. Now I'm going to go through and start adding the stickers, and maybe I'll just time-lapse that because it can be an extensive process. So we'll get that rolling. Did a lot of stuff off camera, and I wanted to show you the reveal here. So this was my working template, just kind of where my brainstorming ideas went. And then here's the car. So the color definitely didn't turn out as I was expecting. It's definitely got a lot more brownish orange to it than the red I was, initially going for. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Still some stuff I'm going to do. I need to cut the windows out eventually, something I like to do. I got a seat in there right now, testing out the seat mounts and figuring out interior stuff. But yeah, so half paint, half graphics. Probably one of the better combos I've done. I really like how the roof turned out with the gold flake and the black, and then there's a lot of gold flake in the orange and red there. So overall, pretty happy with that. And there's a few other things. I'll pop the lid off and then I'll show you kind of some of the other things I did to get it mounted. The stock holes line up pretty well where my magnets were, so I just threw another set of magnets on there, and then I always run body posts in the rear, just because when I'm smacking walls all the time the body won't pop off. So I'll grab that off and show you underneath. Alright, so something I do underneath is I lay vinyl down before I glue or sticky tape my magnets down. In this case I did both, and then I put a piece of vinyl over the top of the magnets just so they're not as strong. These particular magnets are pretty strong. And then, across certain parts that see more wear and tear, so like on the front bumper, added a strip of vinyl. Down here on the doors where these side pieces may bump into the body, just so the body doesn't get messed up. On the roof there, this body seemed particularly thin. It's a Yokomo S13. And then on the back where the ESC wires, like these, will be rubbing on the body. And then again on the back of the rear bumper here, just where the Lexan's usually thinner from the mold. The vinyl just kind of adds a layer of protection. And then there's also these aluminum pieces of tape, just because on my last body the wheels wore through the paint pretty fast, so that will just help it a little bit. There's the seat mount on there, and yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with this one. Yeah, stoked on that. So this will be my 2023 RDX body, and make sure you stay tuned. I will be back with some track footage once we get this on the track, and then any other little modifications I do. I did transparently paint the lenses, so I'll probably add lights eventually, and then maybe a wing. I think it might need a wing, maybe like a 326 wing, something like that. But yeah, stoked on this one. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for all the new subscribers to Shredcraft RC. I really appreciate all the comments and thumbs up the videos I've been getting, so it makes me want to make more. It looks like the alignment video and then the video on this chassis were pretty popular, so I have some stuff in the works, and I just need to finalize some of these plans, but I have some exciting videos for kind of my chassis development and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.